there is one thing that I am 100% sure that every artist has asked. Whether you are a musician, writer, crocheter, or someone who just likes to draw, like me. I know for a fact that the words, "Will I ever improve?" have left your mouth. And in this video, yes, the very video you are watching right now answers that very question. So without further ado, I will be redrawing some of my oldest digital drawings to see how much I have improved. Before we begin, hi, I am Funny Little Arts. If you're new here, then welcome, but if you're not, then thanks for coming back. Now, let's get into it. So, wait for the reveal. The first thing that we will be trying to redraw is an art piece that I actually just found yesterday. Here it is. This was a long time ago, but funny story while I start sketching it out. So, funny story, I was scrolling through my photos and I see this album labeled illustrations because apparently Apple devices sort through your pictures for you, which is so great. So I click on this tab to see if I have any drawings that I might have not saved to my art album, because that's totally possible. And for some reason, I decided to scroll all the way down first. And this drawing is the first thing that pops up. I had totally forgotten about it. And it's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna forget about it because it's been 4 years. But now that I can see it, I remember drawing it so vividly. Like, okay, I remember my sister telling me about this app called Ibis Paint. So I decided to download it. I really liked it. I couldn't believe that you could use literally any color that you wanted. It was just so interesting to little child me. So I drew that interesting picture, saved it to my iPad, and since I was a tiny child and I had terrible attention span, I guess I forgot about the app and then just ended up deleting it one day because I didn't have enough storage for Roblox. Yes, I was a Roblox kid, don't judge. But yeah, that's how I found it, and now I'm really excited to be redrawing it. You can already see my improvement just from the drawing that I have right now. I mean, I drew this back in 2022, so I hope that I would have improved. Anyways, with this redraw, I wanted to keep as much as I could from the actual first drawing. I tried my best to keep the colors, the pose, and the main subject, but bro, that drawing, it's so saturated. Why? Why? I guess I just didn't know that I could change the saturation or the brightness of the colors. I mean, it was my very first digital drawing, and I guess I just really liked purple and blue back then. I mean, I still do, of course. If you haven't been able to tell, my sweatshirt is literally a mix of purple and blue, but it didn't need to be that saturated. You know what? I do appreciate that my younger self added an ombre effect to the dress. It at least added some interest to the drawing, and yeah, about the main focus, it looks like the girly pop is holding a flashlight and it's just lighting up the sky. But since I can remember what I actually envisioned for the drawing, I can tell you this is definitely not it. So with my redraw, I really wanted to make it how my younger self had envisioned it, which is pretty much just a girl wearing a cool dress and looking at lights in the sky that were reflected because of the flashlight. See, it's different. Back then, I didn't really know that I could play around with lighting or light sources, or really, I just didn't know how to draw that well. But I'm doing it today because I really think my younger self, we would all appreciate it. I really like how it's turning out right now. I like how I have the illumination. It looks pretty snazzy in the colors, and the anatomy, it could be a little better. Like, the only reference I used was my old 2022 drawing, and that definitely had no rules of anatomy applied to it, so I kind of just had to wing it here. I think my favorite part about redrawing this is, like, the improvement is insane. It's actually insane. Like, I think little child me never would have thought that I would draw something like this. Even though it's not like a godly tier art skill, it's a lot better than my 2022 self. Now, my favorite part, time for the comparison. Here is our finished drawing. How do we like it? Do you think it looks good? Because I think it looks good. And now, the big reveal. You get to see the before and the after. Guys, it's gonna be a shocker, I know. Okay, the before, yeah. Okay, now for the after. It's so much better. That is crazy. That's literally insane. Before we go on to the next piece, spam the comments with heat. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. Well, I hope it is, but I have improved. This test was over a long period of time, like what, 4 years. So of course I'm gonna improve in those 4 years. But next up we got a drawing that's a little more recent. I made this one all the way back in April. You can see I just liked drawing dresses, I guess. Yeah, I know it's not that great, but compared to the drawing in 2022, I'm gonna say that this was a masterpiece. Like, I had finally decided to draw faces to use a reference somewhat, and I finally learned how to dim the saturation of colors. I really hope that this redraw shows at least some improvement, so let's get into it. First up, I know you all have the question of why. Why would you draw a girl whom looks like she is falling to her demise? And all I gotta say to that is, why does anyone draw anything, really? But if we're being serious here, I probably just had no clue what to draw and thought of a trampoline or something. But hey, if I hadn't drawn it, then we couldn't make fun of it today. So really, I think it was destiny. What? I can't say destiny. So really, I think it was destiny all along. How can I not say destiny? Okay, anyway, let's get serious now. With the redraw, I wanted to keep a few things. Yes, only a few. I kept the overall vibe of a girlie falling from whom knows where, the hair blowing up in the wind, her eyes looking to her demise, and lastly, the green shirt. I really did not like the posing in the OG drawing, but also wanted to keep the framing and the perspective the same. So I made the bold decision to draw hands. Yay! They're supposed to look like she's clenching her fists because she's super scared, but I don't really know if that's how it ended up looking, because hands are hands. We all know they're tough to draw, but at least the posing's more interesting now, and it can add some depth and emotion to the story of the drawing. Also, as you can tell, I fill everything in manually, which takes so long to do. It's just line after line after line, especially with the hair. There are just too many flyaways. The flyaways are almost as annoying as they are in real life, which is saying a lot. I know I could technically just make clean line art and use that to fill everything else in, but let's be real here, there's no way I'm doing that. Well, at least anytime soon. Who knows? Maybe in a year I'll make another video roasting these drawings and telling myself that clean line art is better. Right now I'm doing the same thing with art I thought didn't suck when I made it, especially with the rendering. Oh boy, I don't think I even knew that that was an art term back then. Gosh, so much has changed. If you couldn't already tell, rendering is my favorite part as of right now, so this is really flabbergasting. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I tried rendering until October of last year. Wow, that is a revelation. Oh my goodness. Well, that's crazy. Anyways, just like the other redraw, my favorite part about this one is seeing how much I've improved. And I think by just looking at the sketch alone, you can tell what I've practiced over those 10 months. And if you're watching this thinking, you're just different, that picture's fake, you're just showing this to us for clickbait, buddy, hate to break it to you, this is a real drawing I made. While I wish it was fake, and while I wish I secretly knew all of the secrets of drawing, that's not the case. Anyone from any skill level can improve. It's just a matter of how much you practice. Wait a sec, I think we're getting to the best part. We get to see, finally, the comparison side by side. Get hyped, guys. Are you ready for the reveal? I don't think you're ready for the reveal. It's gonna be insane. Remember, this is only with a difference of 10 months, not even a year. But let's go. 3, 2, 1. Would you look at that? That's an insane difference. That's literally crazy. I don't even know how. Yeah. Anyways, now that we have finished with that little challenge, let's move on to the outro. Welcome to the outro. If any of you are wondering, the pictures in the background are the submissions for the 3K fan art competition I held. But besides that, I'm gonna say that after those few tests, we can all agree that I have improved. Of course, the difference between the 4-year one is going to be a bit more jarring than the 10-month one, but it's improvement nonetheless. This video is a little reminder to you that over time, it's basically promised that you will improve. May not be obvious at first, but once you add a few years onto your skills, you're gonna look back at your old drawings and be so happy that you kept going. And since we're in the outro, I have a few things that I like to do every week. First up, for all my artists out there, I have a drawing prompt every week. So this week's prompt is to redraw the oldest piece of art you can find so you can see your improvement too. If you end up completing this challenge, tag me so I can see it too. I really love when you guys do these prompts, so keep up the good work. Next up, we have our weekly reminder to not use AI for art. You got it? Good! And with that, I would like to say that if you enjoyed this video, don't be afraid to comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you really enjoyed this video, then I'm sure you will enjoy this one on the screen right now. It's where I tried drawing things with just one line, and I actually really enjoyed it, so be sure to check that out. Anyways, hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and see you next time.